EV Revolution Show is supported in part by Budget Safe Solar. If you are considering solar in most any part of North America, give my friends a call. They will take the time to listen to your specific situation and help you reach a decision about what's available to you and what makes the most sense. If you would like to join the growing solar industry, they'd like to speak with you. Go to www.budgetsafesolar.com to contact them. Well, hello and welcome to this edition of the EV Revolution Show. My name is Kenneth Bokor, your host for this special edition where I've got so super excited about the 2024 General Motors Chevrolet Equinox EV reveal. I can now make this information public, and I'm very happy that you're joining me today to watch the show. So sit back, relax, and let me give you the lowdown on the upcoming Equinox EV. Well, GM's Chevrolet division is on a roll this year. After introducing the Silverado EV and the Blazer EV already, their blitz of electric vehicle rollouts continues with the third introduction. The all-new 2024 Equinox EV, an affordable all-electric SUV tailored to help consumers make a seamless, confident, and uncompromising transition to an all-electric vehicle. Now, as many as you know, General Motors Chair and CEO Mary Barra has been relentlessly promoting the fact that GM is all in for electrification. She's made strong commitments to EV targets, market leadership aspirations, as well as planning to turn the business 180 degrees by 2035. And in my opinion, as well as Mary's, GM is at a turning point where they believe EVs will be the mainstream choice for the next generation of customers, and the Equinox EV will lead this charge for General Motors. Now, the core to this movement is the flexibility of GM's Ultium platform, where it can be used in bringing to market vehicles at nearly every price point and for every purpose. That's the beauty of the skateboard design and all-electric platforms: scalability. Now, last week, I was invited to a media-only briefing from Chevrolet, and I had to hold all of this info until today. I don't think you can fully understand how excited I was after getting this information and how hard it's been to hold these cards close to me for over a week. The importance of what this new EV from General Motors will do, or has the potential to do, within the EV marketplace is a great thing. Now, if you've been watching my shows, you know that I harp on almost every automobile OEM to produce more mass adoption all-electric vehicles. One of the biggest barriers to substantial EV adoption is upfront sticker price, and for many, it is the most important aspect of any buying decision. Well, I am very pleased to tell you that finally a big automaker, in this case General Motors, has done it. They have entered the very congested and contested compact SUV segment with, in my opinion, a real winner. With a starting price from around $30,000 US or $35,000 Canadian on the 1LT trim, the Equinox EV plugs Chevrolet into the critical compact SUV segment, and it is expected to be the most affordable EV in its class. It rounds out an electrified portfolio that covers major segments, including full-size trucks with the Silverado EV, mid-size SUVs with the Blazer EV, and compacts with the Bolt EV and the EUV. Plus, the Equinox EV will be available with up to a GM estimated 300 miles, 480 kilometers of range on a full charge. With the Equinox EV, designers and engineers focused on the style, space, safety, and value attributes that made the gas-powered Equinox second only to the Silverado in Chevrolet sales. Now, in addition to the Ultium-based propulsion technologies, features on the Equinox EV include a large infotainment screen, including a standard 17.7-inch diagonal system available on the 2LT trim and up, a strong suite of standard and available driver assistant technologies, and available Super Cruise hands-free driver assistance technology. Now, according to GM, the Equinox EV is an EV for everyone. It's an affordable game changer, offering an uncompromising experience with more features that won't change consumers' daily routine. That's important. Except that they will no longer have to stop at the gas station. And that's even more important. Now, design-wise, the Equinox EVs have an athletic, bold, and commanding appearance that is instantly recognizable as a Chevrolet SUV. GM states two distinctive personalities for this vehicle, and these are offered in several trims, drive configurations, and range options. Some of the design highlights include sleek lines and sporty proportions enabled by the Ultium platform, innovative walk-up lighting with front and rear lighting animation standard, and an available unique light bar on mid and up-level LT and RS trims. Standard inch 19 wheels, with available 20 and 21-inch wheels depending on the trim. Available presence-based liftgate that can open hands-free when sensing the key fob is near the back of the vehicle. And available two-tone white roof on LT and available black roof on RS. Now size-wise, compared to the Equinox ICE version, the EV is 1.9 inches lower, 2.8 inches wider, and 7.4 inches higher. The EV's wheelbase is 9 inches longer and has an overall length that is 7.5 inches more than the ICE version. Now GM will offer the Equinox in either standard front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive trims. From the standard battery, power is estimated at 210 horsepower or 242 pound-feet of torque for the single motor, and 290 horsepower or 346 pound-feet of torque for the dual motor variants. GM has not provided any battery pack sizing information yet. I asked, but they didn't say anything. However, I would say an early guess would be somewhere in the range of 75 to 100 kilowatt hour. Now, though I did confirm that the cells will be manufactured by Ultium Cells LLC, either coming from the Warren, Ohio plant or Spring Hill, Tennessee plant, the latter to open late next year. Ultium Cells LLC is the joint venture company between General Motors and LG Energy Solutions. Of course, one-pedal driving will be standard, and it'll be paired with various levels of regenerative braking. Let's talk about range. Now, GM estimates that the all-electric ranges to come in these three options: 250 miles or 400 kilometers, 280 miles or 450 kilometers, and 300 miles or 480 kilometers. Now, EPA range info is not out yet, so these range estimates will be confirmed later. Talk about charging. Now, from a charging perspective, the Equinox EV offers three different flavors. You've got your standard 11.5 kilowatt level 2 AC charging, which can add up to 34 miles or 54 kilometers of range per hour while charging. You can also opt with an optional 19.2 kilowatt hour level 2 AC charging unit. That does require a dedicated 100 amp circuit, and it's available on the 3RS all-wheel drive trim. And that will enable approximately 51 miles or 82 kilometers of range to be added in 1 hour of charging. Now, standard DC fast charging capability of up to 150 kilowatts, which enables approximately 70 miles, 112 kilometers of range to be added in 10 minutes. Of course, GM will cover the Equinox EV's battery and powertrain with an 8-year, 100,000 mile or 160,000 kilometer limited warranty, in addition to the vehicle's standard bumper-to-bumper coverage for added peace of mind. Also, Equinox EV customers will have access to Ultium Charge 360. That's GM's holistic approach to EV charging. It provides information and access to more than 85,000 publicly available charging points in the US and Canada. Now, Chevrolet is also committed to making the EV transition seamless, such as available navigation and route planning through the My Chevrolet app, which helps locate and plot routes to charging stations. Now, looking at the interior, the inside, well, it's a streamlined and modern interior, and it offers room for 5 passengers and has available personalized ambient lighting, and a smart infotainment system. The driver's screen is a standard 11-inch version across all the different trim levels. The infotainment screen comes in two sizes, an 11-inch format on the 1LT and that 17.7 inches I mentioned before on the 2LT, 3LT, and RS trims. Now the cabin is spacious, with numerous storage solutions from front to rear, as well as up to 57 cubic feet or 1,614 liters of max cargo room with the rear seats folded. And there is no front trunk, so don't bother asking me. Additional comfort and convenience features are offered, including heated front and rear outboard seats, a heated steering wheel, and even a heated windshield wiper park feature, which helps keep the area around the wipers clear of ice buildup. And I can tell you, in our Canadian winters, that's real handy. Now, as far as ADAS and safety components go, of course, safety is a big component of most new vehicles, and the Equinox EV offers a strong list of standard ADAS features, which include Chevrolet Safety Assist, and that includes automatic emergency braking, following distance indicator, forward collision alert, front pedestrian braking, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, and IntelliBeam automatic high beams. Also has rear park assist, reverse automatic braking, safety alert seat, rear cross traffic braking, and blind zone steering assist. Now additionally, other driver assistant technologies, including adaptive cruise control, HD surround vision, a heads-up display, and rear camera mirror are also available. And before you ask, yes, the Equinox EV will be available with Super Cruise, which provides driver assistance technology to travel hands-free on divided and compatible highways in the US and Canada. Now here's some charts about the key features for each trim level of the Equinox EV. So have a look and I'll play some music while you're... And a surprise that I actually learned from the reveal call was that vehicle to load will be an available option on the 3RS trim. Similar to what Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis offer, one would be able to plug in electronic devices via an adapter to the vehicle and draw power from the EV's battery. Well, you're probably asking yourself, hey, when the heck can we get one of these? Well, as always, availability is a little out there. The 2024 Chevrolet Equinox EV is anticipated to be available in the fall of 2023, so about a year from now, starting with the limited edition 2RS. Additional details and ordering information like when you can open reservations and stuff like that will be available closer to the start of production. The Equinox EV will be produced at GM's Ramos Arizpe, Mexico production facility, just in case you wanted to know that. Wow, so lots of great information here, right? Let me tell you why I'm so excited about this reveal. Think about it. An all-electric compact SUV that's not too small like the Kona, has 250 miles or 400 kilometers of starting range minimum, and comes at a starting price of $30,000 US or $35,000 Canadian. By the way, these will only be available in the North American markets to start. So these are not the lowest priced battery electric vehicles one can purchase, as if you look at the Chevy Bolt EV, that can be had for about the same base pricing, and even lower with some dealer incentives. And at about the same estimated range, the Bolt EV is comparable to the Equinox EV in those facets. However, why the Equinox is a game changer is this. At that low MSRP, it offers a bigger vehicle, faster AC charging, but more importantly, greater DC fast charging speeds. At up to 150 kilowatts versus the Bolt at up to about 60, that's more than double the fast charging capabilities, which will most likely keep the Equinox EV in that new norm that we see today of road tripping charging times of about getting from 10 to 80% of a DC fast charge in 30 minutes or less. Now this is a far cry from the Bolt EV and EUV today, which need about an hour, maybe even more, to do the same thing. In comparing the Equinox EV with other battery electric vehicles in the lower price point realm, based on range, fast charging capability, and pricing, I think the Equinox EV will stand out over many of them as a truly affordable and a best bang for the buck all-electric vehicle. Now plus, don't forget that it should, I'll use air quotes, it should qualify for the new US EV incentive program, as well as the Canadian National Federal EV rebate, which here in Canada is currently offering $5,000 off the pricing. And you can combine that federal rebate with provincial incentives as well. So let me give you an example. If you live in Quebec, the base Equinox 1LT trim would cost you $35,000 MSRP. Well, let's say $2,000 for delivery, PDI, and then the taxes. So that makes it about $42,000 Canadian with nothing down. Now take off $8,000 for the two incentives, because you've got the federal and the provincial, and one can walk out the door for about or less than $35,000 Canadian with a very competent and capable all-electric vehicle. Based on my calculations in the US, that same scenario would come in within the mid-$20,000 range, making it again a truly more affordable battery electric vehicle for the masses. No all-electric has come close to this overall value, at least here in North America. In China, they have the Mini EV, and they have many other brands out there which are very cost competitive. And in Europe, they have brands like MG, which are leading the way with overall value. So look folks, in closing, I hope you can see how significant this product is to GM and Chevrolet, and why they make the claims of the most affordable all-electric entry in the North American compact SUV segment. Now, many still criticize me for promoting GM and other non-Tesla OEMs. They believe that Tesla is the only and the best EV and everyone should buy one. However, the reality is this. For many reasons, it's not happening, and we need all the major auto manufacturers to step up with good products and do it faster. And they are. Now, if you are in the Detroit area for the North American International Auto Show, which is now also known as the Detroit Auto Show, and coming up next week, you will be able to see a pre-production prototype of the Equinox EV there, along with the full EV lineup of GM vehicles. I plan on going for Media Day to check it out. So I, for one, congratulate GM again for continuing to deliver on their promises, and I can't wait to get my hands on an Equinox EV to review, hopefully next summer. Alright, and that's it for this edition of the EV Revolution Show. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that was very beneficial in the limited data that we got from GM, and I hope you're excited about the new Equinox EV as much as I am. And thanks very much for watching on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It would mean a lot to me. If you are a Patreon subscriber, thank you very much. You know how it's helping me a lot, and if you're interested in finding out more on how you want to help me out, check the link below. Again, last announcement, heading down to Fully Charged Live tomorrow. By the time you see this video, it'll be close to that. So I'm there for this weekend coming up. If you're down there, please look me up. I'm super excited about being there. I'm on 2 panels on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, so check out the program, which is now available on live, and you'll find my stuff. And I look forward to meeting lots of people down there. And again, keep watching the EV marketplace. Lots of stuff happening, and until the next time, I will see you when I see you. Everybody stay safe, and thank you very much.